Hi, welcome to the last video number 11 in our series on that explores the self-development side of the Triple Triad model. And this is going to be a slide-heavy presentation, so let's switch to our screen.
Okay, so how much effort will it take to change your identity? How hard is it to remove bad habits and get better ones and change your thinking? Well, we take as an example an iceberg. As you know, with an iceberg, only the top is visible above the water, 10–15% maybe. And this is the same. So with who you are, we see your behavior, we don't see the things that cause your behavior. And your behavior is really caused by your character. Let's go top down, and that, by the way, is also the order on the relative ease of change. It is relatively easy typically to learn a new skill. And yes, based on your DNA, it might be easier to learn certain skills than others to you, but your skills though do really change your behavior. If you know you can swim, you have probably less trouble jumping into a pool than somebody who knows they absolutely cannot swim. Right? So beliefs is what you hold to be true, and beliefs therefore can change when we are exposed to overwhelming amount of information that says, hey, your belief is not true or no longer true. We all discovered that Donald Trump actually could win. It changed a lot of people's beliefs at that moment. Values is what we hold to be important. Difference between beliefs and values is, let's say that you have the belief that you have to obey the law of the government, and most people believe that. But when I then would ask, well, when was the last time that you went over the speed limit, then you realize that some laws of the government you find more important than others. And of course DNA is, well, how are you wired, intellect, health, really your personal physical history, which can still be changed. Certain parts in your DNA can be switched on or off, or active, inactive with the food you take, for instance. Not to mention that with the coming of CRISPR technology, we probably can soon even change our DNA. Anyway, so to change who we are, to change our iceberg, we have to become aware of something. And we won't change unless we learn there is no change that we want to have happen without any awareness. I'll step on the scale, I see the number and say, oh no, it's time that we're going to make some changes here. And now we get persistent actions, and you can stick with the scales. Let's say I won't have sugar in my coffee anymore, and after a while you actually get used to not having sugar in your coffee, and so now you've developed a success habit. Self-sabotage of course happens when we don't want to be aware, or when we cannot stick to our persistent actions. And so whatever area we want to address, either learning a new skill to address to get better behavior, or change our beliefs or values, it's always with this formula. So becoming successful, and I stress the word be, who you are, it's really is a system. So let's take this picture here, and we take, you see I have skills, beliefs, values, and DNA on the side now, and then we have connect, and we have the 8 dimensions of character at the bottom. And so what you see, we get a matrix. And in that matrix, right now the Triple Triad method, actually it's a little bit more than 120 strategies, but we can map strategies. For instance, if I want to connect better with other people, I might learn some communication skills, right? Values, if I want to love my spouse more, well, maybe it's time to write a gratitude journal, and so on. So for all these areas you can actually work. We sorted those strategies, and then really it is where are you in life and where are you with your business that decides in what order should I work on what best practice to change my thinking. So if I go back to the final picture of Triple Triad system, as you recall, we moved people from A, where you have lots of personal effort with unsatisfying returns in your business, to point B, your business runs itself, great return, both money and personal satisfaction. It's over here, and that we have these three things running through that: your self-development, making more profit and leverage. Well, this blue line of self means we actually broke those strategies into those 9 stages as well. After 20 years of working with people moving their businesses forward, we have found the places where typically you would hit self-sabotage, or where it's time to learn leadership skills or whatever. So that, on top of the matrix I just shown, is really how the system works, and how we can say it's not that really hard to make changes.
Well, this concludes the final version of the overview of the self-development side of the Triple Triad model. It's a triad. It's self-development, there is increasing profit and increasing leverage. So we're going to take a look at the other side in other videos. I hope you enjoy this.